I'm sure there are a lot of people who work in customer service, especially today in this day and age. And to be completely honest, it's a very thankless job. It's constantly expecting to be cheerful and accommodating no matter what the situation. You're barely making enough money to make ends meet, and sometimes you're even making overtime to barely even make money after that. But what happens a lot of the times that some people can probably relate to is you always get that one customer who really just has a bad day, or maybe their just personality just really really sucks. And I got to experience that recently when I went out to eat a few days ago, and I figured I should bring this to light just so I can kind of get it out of the way so that people who are maybe like this or do encounter this know what to expect. If you haven't figured it out already, I'm pretty much talking about Karens. So when I went out to eat the other day, I was with my family, just enjoying a nice meal, and I was next to another family. Sounded really nice at first, and like I was just enjoying my meal. They were enjoying their meal. Everything was going perfectly well until the end. Well, when I was still eating and they were about done, the server brings them their check, and the lady decides to go off immediately for no goddamn reason. It is a very, very weird thing that triggered her. From what I heard, she was getting upset because the server didn't know that she had some free items on there and that it wasn't taken off her bill. Keep in mind, she didn't even say anything to the server prior to this. So she just expected them to just know automatically what the hell was happening and that they should get, the rewards just taken off immediately. So there was that. And, he did the right thing. He offered to just, take it off like a normal person would. And, that's perfectly fine. I don't see what the problem with that is. And then because of that, she still goes off even harder on him. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. It's just puzzles me how the person who's working, for the tip is trying to do their best to help you in like the problem you're having, and it's not even their fault, but you decide to take it out on them. And even when they're offering to fix it, you still get even more pissed off at them, which was what happened. And like going more into it, I was just like being a little bit nosy. I didn't like intervene or anything, but I was just kind of going through the motions, like trying to figure out what the hell was happening. And she decided to, take a picture of the receipt, and she even went like, well, it's still on here. I don't see what the hell is going on here. It's like this was supposed to be taken off my check in the first place. Why is it still on there? And he even took it off. And she just said, she just looked at it, just looked at the receipt and took a picture of it. And she said, I'm going to call it to corporate and I'm going to get your name and get you fired, which is the worst thing that I've ever heard. It's the most petty shit that anyone could ever do. It sucks too, because I also work in customer service. I, have to deal with those people sometimes. And what really like set me off the deep end was just it was her and her daughter, and they were both laying into this guy because it was one simple mistake, even though the rest of the dinner went completely fine. It was not even anything. Like, it was perfectly fine. They fixed the problem no matter what. I don't see what the hell's going on. She just wanted to get attention for the sake of getting attention, or maybe she just wanted to get some free shit. I don't understand, like, how low do you have to be to treat someone who barely makes anything on a day and, tries really, really hard to kiss your ass only to find out that you're going to be a real dick to them and, make their life a living hell, potentially getting them fired, which, to be completely honest, it does impact the server quite a bit. The reason why I know this is because my second job, I was working there for 2 weeks, and you know what happened? I got one bad review, one review, and even though the other ones were very, very good prior to that, that one review got me fired. It sucks because a lot of the times restaurants will just want to save face rather than accommodate their workers who actually put in hard, decent work. Even in the past, like one bad thing happens and then you're out, you're replaceable, which is really, really stupid. I don't understand the meaning behind that. They think their reputation matters more than, making the workers happy. Because, it should be if you make your workers happy and you're actually good management, then I'm sure that will translate into having better service for the future. I don't know. This is just something that was on my mind. And a lot of times, like in this situation, the server will get in trouble for it, even though they didn't do anything wrong. So this is kind of just like a little public service announcement to the people who are, real dicks in restaurants. Don't do it. Just, eat your meal, tip your server, and just get out. There's not much to do. If they're being nice, then, just play along, be nice to them. At the end of the day, they barely make much. I barely make much, like at my server job, because, I have to really try hard to kind of accommodate everyone who walks into the building every so often. So, yeah, this just kind of just pissed me off whenever I saw it happen. And it's been a real, real problem, especially now, because there's a lot of people who have to deal with this. So if you're thinking of going into the service industry, just take that with a grain of salt and, just be prepared for what's to come, because there will be one of those Karens that try and make your life a living hell just so they can get free stuff out of it. And just, be prepared for that. That way you can better maneuver the situation, because it can make a big impact on you even though it's not your fault. So if you're a real Karen or whatever the fuck and you really have a problem with customer service, then just stay away from there. Don't do anything like that. You're basically being a nuisance to everyone at that point, and no one really likes that, because yeah, you're getting attention drawn to yourself, but you're also making yourself public enemy number one because of it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. If you liked what I said and you agree, sure, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, on that, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. See ya.